Hello, I'm Sami. Today is March 1st, rabbit. You have to say rabbit on the 1st, okay, for good luck for the whole month. Now, the sun is in Pisces, we've got Venus here in Pisces, Mars is still in Taurus until the 4th, then it's going to move. However, I like to look at Vedic and tropical. So for Vedic, Mars is going to be in Taurus a lot longer. And that is with the North Node. So just to talk about this month really quickly, March is so exciting. A lot of things come to light in March. A lot of things come out. It's spring, right? The equinox is on the 21st. So new beginnings, new things coming out. Jupiter, in Vedic, Jupiter will be in Aquarius. So I mean, Jupiter's there now, but as far as Vedic goes, it's always a sign behind. So when Jupiter moves into Pisces, in Vedic, it will still be in Aquarius, and Mercury will be there. So a lot of the things that have been coming up during this period of Aquarius has been things that have been underneath the surface. And we went through this Mercury retrograde, and we're still in the post-shadow phase until I believe the 13th. And the 12th of the 13th is also the new moon in Pisces. Tropical. So, here's the thing. All of this stuff that we've been thinking about, all the things we've been revisiting, all this stuff that's been coming up within us, a lot of us haven't really shared that yet. We start to see in bits and pieces all over the world things coming out, and people, you know, who have that activated activism, the one that I expressed in my last video, where I just kind of want to make moves. I kind of want to make things happen, and I have a lot of Mars and that energy, so that was probably why. But also, it's about how we think and how we communicate. And so this whole month, we need to be really clear. Moving forward, remember about all this past energy I've been talking about. It's like we want to move forward, but we're trying to do it with the past and we can't. Okay, we have to move forward in a new way. And so that's hard to envision when all we know is our past and we've repeated the past so many times. But now the future is here and we have to just tackle it and move forward. So this is happening the same way in relationships. This is happening on the world stage. And all of these things that have been coming up have been internal, things that were below the surface. So this goes for the collective as well. There are many things in the collective consciousness that we all feel that are coming up, perhaps in different ways for different people, but you can see how there's a lot of things in the world stage going on where fears and misperceptions or whatever, idealism, is all being affected by the media, right? And so the media will be exposed this month. We will start to see things coming out about the propaganda, perhaps, things going back and forth. They say one thing, and they turn around and say something else. Then they turn around and say that other thing again, and then they turn around and say something else. And we're just supposed to watch it, right? Like a tennis match, and just accept everything we're being told. Okay, so here's the thing. I always talk about staying neutral and all that, okay? But this is the time where it's really important to listen to your gut, because you're going to be hearing all kind of things. And many people don't understand that there is only one truth, right? Okay, there's one truth when it comes to the grand scheme of things. But many people and their perceptions will see it in a different light, in a different way. It doesn't mean that it's not true for them, and maybe it was at that moment. But the point is, the truth is not going to be taking sides. And so if you or someone you know, or anyone for that matter, or me, has taken a stance in something, and then we find out some other truths come out later, we still may not want to see those truths because it's not with the side that we've taken. So that's why it's so important, because many people will not want to see the truth, even when it's revealed. Even when there's all sorts of facts and proof, they still aren't going to want to believe that, okay? Because it doesn't resonate with them, because they are on another level of, I mean, if you want to talk about it as far as like ascension goes, they would be on a lower dimensional level where the things that they're seeing resonate with them as far as materialism and the body, and maybe they're not understanding a higher consciousness or a higher frame of mind. So, you know, those things are going to be coming up, and people aren't going to want to deal with them. Unfortunately, they're not going to want to accept them as truth, because it's not in alignment with how they feel. And I can see that perspective. So here's the thing. There's many things. Truth's coming out. Truth's being revealed this month. Money changes, okay? Food changes. Food shortages are possible with Taurus. Money changes. How we exchange money, how we make money, finances, financial loss. Watch the market this month, okay? And last month this was big too. And we did see a shift February, last week sometime, February 23rd, 24th-ish, where the market went really high, I think, and then it went down low, okay? And Elon Musk may have had something to do with that. I think he said something, and then cryptocurrency went down. And anyways, the volatility is still here for March, and then in April, money changes are possible. According to Vedic, there may be loss surrounding money towards the end of March, entering into April. Now, these months are huge as far as war is possible. War has been a thing on the table for many months now, and it's just because there's so much Aquarian energy and all these thoughts happening, and we've got Saturn and Jupiter and the North Node and Mars likes to war. And you know, there's just so many differing views right now. And the truth has been twisted in many ways. So what we see in the media, we can't believe, and what we think that we know, we don't really know. And there are, I feel, and I'm felt guided to this more recently, the amount of people on the planet who still want power and greed and money is relatively small. I know that sounds crazy. Majority of people want peace. Majority of people want truth. And that is what is riling people up, because we feel like there's somebody, I don't know who, somebody's trying to pull some type of wool or something over our eyes, right? So that is that feeling of something's not right here, something's not true, something is off, and maybe we don't know what it is, maybe we do, but the truth will be revealed this month. Maybe not every single truth, but a lot of revelations will be coming up. A lot of new things will be coming out. Venus will be in Pisces in Vedic, and Venus will meet with the Sun in conjunct on March 25th in Vedic. So this is a very important day for money. March 25th, mark your calendar. Financial decisions will be good to make on this day, okay? Planning for your future financially. Account for everything. Account for the unexpected. Account for major loss, possibly. And that will help you to stabilize your future and what you want to happen for yourself financially and your family. Okay? I mentioned the new moon on the 13th. Things are going to be coming out all month long, but around the 13th, more truths will be revealed. Around the end of the month, around the 31st, I think the 27th is the full moon. So from the 27th to the 31st, and even into April, more truths will be coming out. And we will start to see in the end of March more things coming out about the virus, and start to feel more comfortable about the information that comes out, truths being revealed, exactly where the virus possibly originated, what it is, how to absolutely take care of yourself. And I think by April, much of that will have dwindled down. The virus, the lockdowns, all of that stuff, and we'll be able to see at that point moving forward without that. Okay, maybe some measures will still be in place, but we'll have a whole new understanding of what has happened and how to move forward. So after April, plus by then so many people will feel more comfortable just because of the vaccine. Anyways, keep your eye on the vaccine too in different countries. Because changes are occurring, it's being banned in some countries, and it's very important that people are watching what's happening. This is very new, and it's basically an experiment. So you just want to be careful and take that into consideration. So, talked about money. Okay, by April, we may be experiencing more of a loss financially. Globally, money will be a thing. Okay, money will be a hot topic as far as debt goes, and the stock market may plummet in April. So you want to get all your ducks in a row in March. Also, as far as light versus dark goes, the dark has been desperate for a while, but they're getting more desperate. I feel like they're starting to cross more lines and boundaries because they are clinging to whatever they can at this point. In a meditation, I'm gonna just explain to you really quick. So see this selenite? I love this selenite. To me, this selenite is like the tube at the bank. It's like a direct connection. Like when I hold this, and you don't have to have it, you could actually just meditate with the idea of, or the intention of, the spirit of selenite. And then you can envision like a huge white tube like this selenite, but bigger, from you to the heavens, right? For you to your higher self, to God, the universe, creator, whatever you want to believe. So, like this, I imagine these white pillars. And so you can place these pillars around your home. You can place them in meditation. It only takes a few minutes. You want to envision a huge white, sort of like a portal, but it's just a tube of white light, and you want to embody this light, and you want to envision this light coming from the divine. Okay, I've placed them all around my house, outside of my house, as a measure of protection and as a measure of helping to balance the community. So I've put them all over the city where I live, in my mind, at least in the astral. So they are there, they're real, they're in place. And you can do this in your home as well. The whole point of this is to tell you, in meditation, I will go around to those pillars and reinforce them, and be sure that they're working properly, and be sure that spirit can flow through them properly, and that my home is protected, and that I am allowing the divine to be here and enter here and help me here and help me in my work and things like that. So the other day, while I was doing that in the astral, a ginormous reptilian, this is gonna weird some of you out, it's fine, just go with me, huge, showed up here, like as to say, your pillars of protection don't do anything for me. He was a negative one, okay? They're not always like negative, but this one happened to be kind of scoffing at my white power protection pillars, whatever you want to call them. So I know that the divine works through these pillars. I know that they reinforce Gaia and they help the community where I live and my home, and it's kind of just a way to help me to feel better, more balanced, and in my own power. Okay, so I was laughing at him, not like super rude, but just like what are you trying to do? Okay, so if you are a light worker, you may have noticed, and I think I talked about this in the last video, some sort of dark entities, negative attachments, darker ET beings, just trying to mess with you a little bit. Demonic beings, okay? You know your power, you know who you serve, you know who you are at your core, right? And you're in alignment with the universe and the creator, and there's nothing to be afraid of. And so that's where my laughter was coming from. Like, what are you trying to pull here? You know these huge white pillars are keeping me safe, or whatever the case was. So I say all this to let you know you can install white pillars of your own around your home, but also major cities, that would be awesome. Just to reinforce the light. And some of us are just here to do that, just here to be the light, just to hold the light. You don't have to do anything else, and some of us do. And just, by the way, just because you're a light worker and you do certain things like that, or maybe you're a little bit psychic, or maybe you're a medium, or maybe you do energy healing, or maybe you do tarot, or whatever, however you serve the divine in this body for this time in this life, it doesn't mean that you know everything. It doesn't mean that you're gonna have all the answers, because we're all growing, we're changing so much right now. And the planet is going through so many changes too. So I want you to be aware. You may feel attacked at some point, psychically, spiritually. You gotta tune in, you gotta meditate, you gotta get in the zone, protect your home. I had to cleanse the home, my whole house, after that situation, because just weird things were happening in my house. But anyways, be aware, okay? Listen to your gut, listen to your own higher self, tune in, very important this month. Earth changes are possible, war is possible, and I don't just mean like World War III type stuff. I mean, this is an internal struggle within you. This could be within you and your family. This could be just within your nation, people warring, and this is a war between good and evil. It really is. This is a spiritual thing happening, and maybe we can't see it, or not everyone can see it, but a lot of us can feel it, and it manifests itself in different forms on the planet, through different bodies of people, and through different parts of the collective, and also on just a grand scale in the collective, period. So be aware of earth changes this month. Money changes, okay? You want to be prepared. When Venus meets the sun on the 25th, Venus is a lover of beauty, so music, the arts, movies, new things will come out that will change many things about the entertainment industry. And when we look back on that time, we will remember it. It will make its mark, okay? And that's on the 25th, and that's when Venus meets the sun. So remember, the earth changes, okay? This can be flooding, anything to do with water, and I was also getting the sun, okay? So watch out for like CMEs, different solar flare activity, that sort of thing. But the sun affects us in many ways, and a lot of people don't know all the different cycles of the sun and how that affects climate change and things like that. So the sun may play a role in this. Earth changes, the magnetic field, okay, the polar, why can't I think of anything today? Anyways, earth changes, money changes, changes in love are possible. I would assume for the better, but But so everything we've been thinking and feeling internally is coming to the surface now. And so that's why I'm talking about possibilities of war. This is more towards the end of March. Okay, this is just what you can expect for the month. And then I want to do a collective. I need to do the all signs, but I just don't really. The sun keeps coming out. The sun, the sun, the sun, the sun. Okay, so this is Leo, but this is also the light. Okay, think about the light in your life. What makes you happy? What is your sun? What does your world revolve around? Okay, what do you want to see, and how should that feel? It's really important moving forward into the future that we focus on our happiness. Okay, and accepting, being in the flow state. Amethyst is really good for accepting things, letting go of past baggage, just letting go, period, and surrender. Okay, so amethyst is really good. Citrine is really good for surrendering too, and that's what we really need to do right now. That's key. Try not to overthink things. Go with your gut when it comes to discerning what's going to be coming out in the media, and just within your own life. All these things coming to the surface, we have to remember this is happening to everyone. Okay, and it's really important to know that, because it happens to those who are awake, it happens to those who aren't awake, and we're all progressing in our ascension, you know, whether we know it or not. And right now we're just being bombarded. The planet is being bombarded, the whole galaxy. Okay, our universe is undergoing major shifts. Every planet in our galaxy and in our solar system specifically is going through the same changes that we are here on the earth. So we have to understand this affects us down to the atom when it comes to your friends, family, your boss, all the people we come in contact with. When you notice someone's flustered, someone's upset or stressed or angry, we have to realize we're all going through these major shifts. Our bodies are shifting, our DNA is shifting, and some people are doing that by choice. You know what I'm talking about, okay? That whole thing. But besides the point, our DNA is shifting, we're accelerating, ascension is accelerating, and as it does, it's really important that in order to transmute our past, in order to heal our ancestry, our lineage, all the work that we've come here to do, and move forward and move humanity forward super fast, and it is happening really fast now, we have to surrender. We have to let go. It's not going to look the way we want it to. It's not going to feel always the way we want it to. We just have to be happy just to be here. You know, not so much focus on materialism and the body, and meaning in like how you look or what others think. It's going to be so important that you play your role, the role you were meant to play, regardless of what anybody else says or thinks. That's why you're here. Not to care about anybody else, like feelings toward your opinions and all, you know. So many people will stop their movements, what they came to do, as far as pushing things forward, helping with revelations. See, and we're told, I just want to mention this, we're told by society or by the media many things surrounding people in power. Okay, and then we start to form those opinions based on what someone else told us, not firsthand experience. And many of that is done on purpose, on a spiritual level, because maybe those people are meant to bring positive change. And so it's spun around and it's flipped around, and you're made to believe something that isn't true. So you avoid that person. So you avoid that whole revelation, that truth, and whatever that person was meant to show the world. And now it's shut down because, you know what I mean? Good versus bad, light versus dark. And this has been ongoing. So you have to remember, you or just the people around you. I have a feeling most people who watch my videos already know all the stuff that I'm talking about. Okay, so we know what we're here to do. And it's really important, like I always mention, like, don't get emotionally invested, blah, 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 which we are going to. We're going to, okay? Because that's just part of being human. That's just part of this experience, and that's another thing that we have to surrender to. Just a feeling it, allowing it, transmuting it, you know, releasing that whole thing so that we can grow. And it's all for growing and compassion, and in order to reflect to others what they're doing and how they look and how, you know, how it makes others feel. And then that's how we gain understanding and unity, and understanding one another and growing in that compassion for one another. This whole video is just nuts. It's just way off topic, and I keep going in and out of different tangents. But there's so much happening this month. And after March and April, the world will have changed forever. These months are vital. And we've been gradually leading up to this, and we stopped time for a moment. Capricorn did. All of 2020, we had a chance to really sit and think about our lives and what we want and what truly makes us happy as an individual. And many of those things are the same. We're not being shown those things, but majority of humanity want the same things. We want peace, we want truth, we want freedom, we want love, we want to prosper, we want to be happy. Those things don't come by restrictions and labels and, you know, you versus me and all this crap that's been happening. And it needs to happen so that we understand what we don't want, what we do not want to move towards. So hold on tight for the month of March. Put on your big boy boots. March is gonna be awesome. And as more things come out, we're gonna start to see changes in the population worldwide. And we're already starting to see in many countries, people are tired of it. They don't want to hear it. They just want truth. It's just exciting to see, for me, to see the consciousness growing, to see everyone making moves ultimately in the right direction. It may take us a while. Some of us may be going around the bend to get there, you know, but hopefully we're able to transition peacefully. I know we will be. Just, and with the earth changes and stuff, just don't be fearful, you know. Just remember when you're in your body, in your vessel, that this is just a moment in time. You chose to be here. You wanted to be here to witness this monumental shift for humanity, to be a part of it, to play your role. So try to see things on that scale. So there's no fear, and there's no need to get scared about your little individual life. Okay? It is meaningful, not to say it's not meaningful. But there's so much more happening on a grander scale. We really have to remember that so we can be in that state of flow, in that space of surrender. But we know we're going to be fine. We know that we're protected. And we know this is all part of the plan. And to watch it unfold is such a gift. And you wanted that. And I wanted that. So thank you for being on this journey with me. I want to do this collective. I know I've just been talking and talking. I hope you guys watch this. Many of you don't. But let's see. My dog is barking. Sorry. Don't mind the background noise. Okay, High Priestess. This is going with your gut. We have to listen to our gut this month. Okay, what is divine? What serves a purpose? What serves a higher purpose for you? When it comes to what you're creating, the difference in light and dark, the difference in the subconscious and the conscious. What is serving a purpose? What can we release? What is our focus for the future? And as more things start to come out, it's going to be very important that we connect to our higher self, to spirit, consciously. To know, to get that discernment, to follow that gut instinct and know, is that truth within me? Can I trust what I'm being told or what I'm feeling? Surrendering to the divine. Money is going to be an issue. We already talked about this. So this month may be fine. It will be rocky, volatile. But by April, we may experience major loss. This may just be a US thing. This may be worldwide. But it will trickle down and it will affect everyone, you know, eventually. So you just want to have your ducks in a row. You just want to make sure you're saving. Everything is planned. You have a plan. That's it. This is about stability. What do you actually need? And I'm getting clutter too. Like, what can we let go of that we don't need? What are some things, like even with budgeting, where are some places in your budget that you can let go of? Things that you don't need, things you're blowing money on every month. I do it too. Things where I could just say, I don't need that. I'll just save that money, or I'll do something else with that. Investing, so careful with investments this month, more so towards the end of the month. But you just got to know it's a risk. I mean, it's always a risk with the stock market too, but I'm just saying this month, extremely volatile. It can go up, it can go down. And we will see really good big highs, and it might turn around and go way down low. So you got to understand the risk. Okay, Queen of Swords. Clear communication. Firm set boundaries. Understanding of one another. Super logical mindset. Okay, what is going to be the best for everyone moving forward? And we do need to be really clear about what we want as a people, as a community. What do you want in your own individual life, and going for it. You can't change the past, and you can't go back to the past and relive it. We can't. A lot of us, here's the thing, as we ascend, right, we're moving forward, and it feels good, it's unknown, things are unexpected, but we don't know. Our human mind, we don't know the future. So what we try to do is think about things in the past that we can relate things to, or associate things to things we've already been through in the past, and it's not going to be that. We can't move forward and do the same old things we used to do. We can't take the old paradigm with us. So I think people in relationships, this is big for relationships. If you have been in a relationship, or someone you know, or just witnessing people around you, okay? You'll witness this. People thinking they can save something or change something that they've tried a million times, you know? And they'll say, oh, I know what I need to do. I just need to do this one thing that I did last time. It's not gonna work. I'm sorry. We can't move forward by using the same old tactics, the same old stuff that we know doesn't work in the long term. And it's not just about relationships. It's about individual changes as well. How many people do you know? And this is a human aspect, okay? And this is like not understanding your spirit form. And through meditation and learning and research and things, mostly meditation, you gain that higher perspective, and you can see more from a soul level what parts of you are human and ego, what parts of you are just accepting and unconditional. You know, it's that love, it's that compassion. So trying to revisit the past, that's very human. Trying to do things in ways, okay, well, I already know how to do this. That's how the mind works, right? That's the ego. Well, I know that the last time I did this, and this happened. But there's nothing about the brain really that allows for you to expect the unexpected and to be happy about it and hopeful. We just have to force that, that's a part of manifesting. We just have to expect the best. And there's going to be bumps along the way, but we don't know what it's going to look like. And that's the really exciting part. We can't try to fill that void in the vision with things from the past. And really we don't want to recreate the past. We got to be careful that we're not manifesting the past again into our future. So these are the choices we make. We're creating this future. It's very important. Page of Pentacles. That we see the opportunities before us and that we take them. That we take a hold of these new opportunities and create the life that we want. Create the future world that we want. Page of Pentacles can be new ideas for money, for abundance, and it's going to affect our money, okay? Spirit, money, and strength and communication, logic. These are all important parts of the month of March. How you know is spirit. How you know about your money, spirit. How you manifest going forward is going to come down to your higher self, how you feel as far as lack goes, as far as how you feel about your future goes, and the steps that you're willing to take to plan, to save, where you put your money, where you're not going to put your money, and being comfortable at a loss, being comfortable in places where you're less materialistic, where you can still have stability, but not all the huge tons of luxury. You know what I mean? Minimalism. And understanding, being okay with that. And I'm not saying this to be fearful or say like everyone's going to lose their money. That's not what I'm saying. But we may experience food shortages. In the United States alone, that would be devastating. People don't know how to grow their own food. People don't know anything about that. They just go to the store and they buy it. So we have to kind of plan for those things. We need to start researching more of those things, of how to be okay on our own, in our own local communities. Make friends with farmers. Become a farmer. Make stuff for yourself. Plant lemon trees or zucchinis. Just start with one thing. Not everyone has a green thumb. I get it, but everyone has to eat, right? So we're going to have to figure this thing out. And I'm not saying everyone's going to starve. That's not what I'm saying. But we may see food shortages in some places. We may just see changes in agriculture. We may see bailouts to farmers. Things like that, where maybe they get more reinforcement and support. There's going to be changes, okay? We have to be willing to go with the flow, surrender, be open this month, be a clear communicator with what you actually want. We've had tons of time to think about it. Now, after March 13th or so, we should be completely out of Mercury retrograde post-shadow. So clarity will come. And all the things you've been thinking, all the internal things that have been bubbling up, it may be time then to start taking action, to start at least speaking your voice and sharing things with others about how you feel. Organizing groups, getting together with like-minded people. Okay? Money. You could form a little money group, Share information on stocks, share information on saving, budgeting, all kinds of cool things we can do together and come together. It doesn't have to be fearful. This can all be really great. We're going to have to let go this month. Surrender. Be in the flow. Be very positive in what we're manifesting. Expect really great things. And just know there's going to be bumps. along the way. And this sun will not leave me alone. The sun is on the bottom. Find your happy place. Because when the world goes crazy outside, you gotta keep your mind sharp. You gotta keep your emotional state balanced, your spiritual state balanced. Okay, chaos is possible. But if you have your own happy place, if you have this thing, this one thing, whatever it is for you, art, your own creativity, your garden, your car, maybe you work on your car, maybe you do tattoos, maybe you do hair. Find your happy place. Maybe you sew, maybe you knit, I don't know. How can you help others? How can you keep your state high, your well-being, in a positive place? Okay? I don't know why Spirit is just keeps saying this. I mean, maybe we're all gonna find victory this month. Maybe we're all gonna have great success and happiness and joy. Maybe we're gonna have to. Maybe we're gonna have to find this place of joy to stay positive and focused on the future. Maybe we're gonna see earth changes affected by the sun. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I promise to do an all signs video soon. I always mean to, and then they take me like 2 hours. Because, you know, I like to do details and I like to pull from different decks and stuff. I promise I will post an all signs video by Wednesday, the 3rd. Okay? Even if I have to stay up late in the wee hours of the morning to get it done. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. This was just your what to expect for March astrology spiritual update. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will post an all signs video soon. Thank you.